Hi, and welcome to the Perfect Launch System video book. I'm so excited you're here. This is a brand new format we're calling a video book. It's different from a traditional audiobook because you can watch as I read through each chapter podcast style, recorded right here in the same studio where we produce our weekly episodes of the Harvest Growth podcast. Each chapter is its own video, and if you're watching on YouTube, you have a couple of ways to enjoy it. You can let the chapters play in order automatically. Just sit back and each new chapter will start right after the last one finishes. Or if you'd rather jump to a specific topic, just look in the video notes below. I've included a short description of each chapter to help you pick the ones that are most relevant to you right now. Now, why did I create this video book? My goal is simple. I want to share the proven strategies that we've developed over the past 20 years, starting from my time working with major brands like Kraft Foods and OxyClean, all the way through launching hundreds of products with my agency, Harvest Growth. Whether you're launching a brand new product or growing an existing business, I want you to have the tools you need to do it successfully, on your own if you choose. And if at any point you'd like our team's help to launch or grow faster, just visit harvestgrowth.com to learn more and reach out. If you would like a free electronic version of the book to follow along with, or to help so you don't have to take notes in some of the more detailed sections, go to perfectlaunch.com. In the electronic version, you'll also find over 100 pages of frequently asked questions that aren't in the video book. Use it just like the perfect reference book to help you avoid costly mistakes in your marketing. All right, let's dive into the next chapter of the Perfect Launch System. Chapter 6, the Perfect Launch Process. Introduction. The Perfect Launch System is built on 3 core phases: prepare, produce, and profit. This chapter provides a detailed step-by-step guide to executing each phase effectively. Over the past 2 decades, we have refined and perfected this system through the successful launch of hundreds of products. Now you can apply these proven strategies to maximize your own product success. First, prepare, or market research, the key to a successful product launch. One of the most common questions we get after launching hundreds of products is, what makes the biggest difference in a product's success? Over the years, we have refined our approach, taking inspiration from the methods of large corporations while adapting them to fit the budgets and needs of a smaller business. Big companies like Kraft Foods, Nabisco, and even OxyClean have long understood that launching a new product requires extensive research. With investments reaching tens of millions of dollars, even major brands must minimize risk before committing to full-scale production and marketing. Despite these efforts, success rates at large corporations remain below 10%. For small businesses with limited budgets, sometimes just a few $1,000s, strategic market research becomes even more critical. At Harvest Growth, where we've launched over 300 products since 2007, we've managed to increase product success rates tenfold. More than half of the products we launch become profitable, despite much smaller marketing budgets than industry giants. The key to our success lies in market research, and more specifically, in a methodology that is both effective and cost-efficient. Concept testing, the first step. The foundation of our market research strategy is concept testing. This process provides critical insights that determine whether a product has the potential to succeed. We begin with a concept description, typically a 2 to 3 paragraph summary outlining the product, its purpose, and key benefits. It's similar to a script for short promotional videos, but simpler. The concept description is always accompanied by images or sketches, and when possible, a short video demonstrating how the product works. Once we present the concept to a test audience, we start with an open-ended question. What are your thoughts on this product? This allows us to collect unbiased opinions before guiding respondents towards specific questions. We then use a Likert scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree to measure responses to 5 key questions. Does this product solve a problem? If a product doesn't address a specific problem, consumer urgency is low, making it harder to drive immediate sales. Do you believe this product will do what it claims? Believability is crucial. Over-the-top claims can lead to skepticism, while clear, demonstrable benefits boost confidence in the product. Do you like this product? While likability is not the most critical factor, it provides insight into general consumer sentiment. Have you ever seen anything like this before? A high uniqueness score indicates strong potential for viral appeal and differentiation in the market. Would you purchase this product? This purchase intent question is asked both before and after revealing the price. helping us to gauge sensitivity to pricing. Understanding pricing expectations. Pricing is one of the biggest factors influencing consumer decisions. After gathering initial responses, we ask an open-ended question: what price would you expect to pay for this product? This helps us determine if our intended price aligns with consumer expectations. A significant mismatch, such as a $100 product being perceived as a $10 item, signals a need for repositioning. After establishing expected pricing, we present the actual price and remeasure purchase intent. If the percentage of respondents willing to buy drops by more than 50%, we may need to adjust the pricing strategy or improve how we communicate the product's value. Refining messaging through feature and benefit analysis. In marketing, how you talk about your product can be just as important as the product itself. To optimize messaging, we conduct a feature and benefit ranking exercise where respondents prioritize the most appealing aspects of the product. Features are the factual elements of a product, or, for example, made of stainless steel. Benefits are how those features help the consumer, for example, rust-proof for long-lasting durability. By identifying the top-ranking benefits, we ensure our advertising emphasizes the aspects that resonate most with potential buyers. We also explore how different features impact consumer perception, testing variations in color, size, material, and additional functionalities that could increase desirability. Addressing consumer concerns. Concerns can prevent potential buyers from completing a purchase. Some of the most common concerns are: its price is too high. If more than 40% of respondents cite this issue, the pricing strategy needs adjustment. Would like to hear from others first. This highlights the importance of social proof, reviews, testimonials, etc., and user-generated content. Not sure how to use the product. Demonstration videos and clear instructions can resolve this hesitation. By proactively addressing these issues in our messaging, we reduce friction in the buying process. Additionally, we test different formats of product presentation, long-form explanations versus short, punchy product descriptions, to determine the most effective messaging for conversions. Finding your target audience. An essential part of our research is identifying the ideal customer. We collect demographic data such as gender, age, and income levels to refine our advertising strategy. By analyzing purchase intent responses by demographic segment, we can determine the index score for different groups. In market research, an index is a way to compare the relative likelihood of a specific group, for example, men versus women, to be interested in purchasing a product relative to a baseline, for example, the general population. It helps to determine whether a particular demographic is over or underrepresented in a data set. How to calculate an index. The formula for calculating an index is percentage of total population interested divided by the percentage of group interested times 100. Let's walk through an example of how to calculate interest levels by group using what's called an index. Imagine you're analyzing interest in a new product among men and women. Overall, 60% of the total population is interested in buying the product. But when you break it down by gender, 72% of men are interested, while only 48% of women are. To compare how each group differs from the average, we calculate what's called an index. The index tells us how much more or less interested a group is compared to the overall population. The formula is simple. Take the group percentage, divide it by the total percentage, and then multiply it by 100. So for men, take 72, that's 72%, divide it by 60, then multiply by 100. You get an index of 120. That means men are 20% more likely to be interested in the product than the average person. Now for women, take 48, divide it by 60, then multiply by 100. That gives you an index of 80. So women are 20% less likely than average to be interested in the product. Using the index helps you quickly understand which groups are more or less engaged compared to the overall population. Interpreting the index. An index of 100 means the group has average interest, same as the total population. An index above 100 means the group is more likely than average to be interested. And an index below 100 means the group is less likely than average to be interested. In this case, men are 20% more likely than the general population to be interested with an index of 120. Women's index of 80 are 20% less likely than the general population to be interested. This index helps marketers and businesses identify which demographics are more inclined to purchase a product, allowing them to tailor marketing strategies accordingly. This data allows us to optimize Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and TV campaigns by targeting the audience most likely to convert. Additionally, behavioral data such as interests, purchasing habits, and lifestyle preferences further refine our segmentation. Optimizing the offer. The final pillar of market research is testing different pricing and promotional offers. We conduct a discount test asking respondents if they would buy the product at a slightly reduced price. For example, a $100 product discounted to $80. If purchase intent significantly increases, we may adjust pricing or incorporate limited time promotions. Additionally, we explore bundling strategies, limited time bonuses, and flexible payment plans to maximize conversion potential. By continually testing and refining our research methodology, we ensure that we launch products with the best possible chance of success before investing heavily in advertising. The ROI of market research. The beauty of modern market research is that it no longer requires six-figure budgets. With online tools and carefully curated test audiences, we can gather critical insights for just a few $1,000s. This small investment can save tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in wasted advertising on a product that wasn't optimized for success. Market research isn't just a step in the process, it's the foundation of a profitable product launch. If you want to maximize your return on investment, learn before you launch. Conduct additional split testing on messaging, pricing, and product variations to refine your approach and optimize results before taking your product to market. Competitive analysis, leveraging competitive intelligence for a perfect launch. When consumers make buying decisions, they aren't just looking at your product, they're comparing it to alternatives. Whether you believe your product is superior or think you have no direct competition, the reality is that customers will still evaluate other products before making a purchase. Competitive analysis ensures that your product is visible, attractive, and positioned to win in the marketplace. Why competitive analysis matters. A great product alone is not enough. Even if your marketing efforts generate excitement, consumers will research and compare options before purchasing. To maximize your success, you need to ensure your product is easily discoverable when customers start searching. Optimize your marketing messages based on competitive positioning. Identify and capitalize on gaps in the market that your competitors fail to address as well. By strategically analyzing your competition, you can craft a superior marketing campaign, refine your messaging, and position your product for maximum impact. Step 1, identifying your primary competitors. The first step in competitive analysis is identifying who your real competitors are. Ask yourself, who are consumers already searching for when they have the problem that your product solves? What alternative solutions exist in the market? Are there established brands that dominate the category, or is there an opportunity to carve out a niche? Once you've identified your competitors, you can analyze their strengths, weaknesses, and strategies. Keywords, the foundation of competitive discovery. Your competitors' keywords can reveal how they attract traffic and position their products. Using affordable third-party tools, you can discover which keywords competitors are ranking for on Google and Amazon. Analyze keywords trends to refine your product descriptions, ad copy, and website content. Incorporate high-performing keywords into your campaigns to improve search visibility. By understanding competitor keywords, you can craft messaging that resonates with your audience and ensures your product ranks highly in search results. Step 2, learning from competitor messaging and creative strategies. Competitive analysis isn't just about keywords. It's also about messaging, imagery, and creative execution. Your competitors have already tested different approaches and invested heavily in discovering what works. You can learn from them without copying them. Leveraging Facebook ad libraries. Facebook provides a transparent look into active competitor ads. By studying their advertising campaigns, you can identify the types of videos, images, and ad copies that they use. Determine whether they prioritize video content over static images. Learn key messaging techniques that drive conversions. This borrow with pride approach, an old boss once shared the phrase borrow with pride. This principle is key in marketing. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Learn from what is working in your industry and then innovate beyond it. The light bulb effect, learning and optimizing. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb from scratch. Dozens of inventors before him had working prototypes, but Edison learned from their successes and failures to optimize and perfect the technology. The same applies to marketing. Large competitors spend tens of thousands of dollars testing ads, refining creative approaches, and optimizing campaigns. Instead of starting from zero, analyze what's working for them and then improve on it. Look for common themes in competitor messaging and branding and differentiate your product by making strategic improvements. Step 3, Finding gaps and opportunities. Understanding your competitors allows you to identify weaknesses in their offerings and gaps in the market. Ask yourself, what consumer needs are still unmet by existing products? Where do competitors receive negative feedback? What key features or benefits can your product provide that others do not? By combining competitive insights with market research, you can position your product in a way that fills a clear gap in the marketplace. Setting up defensible strengths. Once you've identified a market gap, ensure your product is positioned in a way that competitors cannot easily replicate. Differentiate your brand story to create a compelling emotional connection. Offer a unique combination of features that are difficult for competitors to pivot toward. Innovate on pricing, packaging, or bundling strategies that set you apart. The conclusion? Smart competitive analysis leads to smarter marketing. Competitive intelligence is one of the most powerful tools in a product launch. By identifying key competitors, studying their strategies, and pinpointing market gaps, you can optimize your marketing campaign for maximum effectiveness. Remember, learn before you launch, research your competition thoroughly, innovate beyond what exists, improve on what's already been working in the marketplace. Defend your strengths, position your product in a way that makes it difficult for competitors to follow. With strategic competitive analysis, your product will not only stand out, it will thrive. The perfect launch blueprint. Launching a successful consumer product isn't just about having a great idea, it's about executing the right plan. At Harvest Growth, we've refined a system that has consistently driven successful product launches. This system, the perfect launch blueprint, is built on the foundation of market research, strategic planning, and data-driven execution. Just as an architect carefully crafts blueprints before constructing a skyscraper, a well-structured marketing plan is essential before launching a new product or campaign. Without this critical preparation, even the most innovative products may fail to gain traction. The importance of a blueprint. Imagine the complexity of constructing a 50-story skyscraper. Before the first shovel hits the ground, architects and engineers meticulously plan every aspect: foundation, framing, electrical, HVAC, and countless other details. Without this careful planning, the entire structure would collapse. The same principle applies to launching a new product. A consumer product launch may seem small in comparison, but the need for precise planning is just as critical. Take OxyClean, for example. Since its launch, more than 100 million units have been sold, enough to completely fill a skyscraper over 139 stories tall. But OxyClean's success wasn't just due to a great product. A detailed, well-executed marketing plan paved the way. Countless brands with great products have failed simply due to poor planning and execution. Without a blueprint, even the best products struggle to gain traction. In this section, we'll break down the key elements of the perfect launch blueprint designed to maximize your chances of success and profitability by structuring your marketing efforts in a way that minimizes risks and maximizes returns. Selecting the right video types. Your video marketing strategy is one of the most important factors in your launch. The type of video content you create must align with customer expectations, answer their concerns, and drive conversions. Video is a proven driver of engagement and sales, and selecting the right format can make a significant impact. Next are the most effective video formats. Product demonstration videos. Showcase how the product works and its key features. Help potential buyers visualize the value and ease of use. It works well for e-commerce, beauty, tech, and fitness products. User-generated content, or UGC, or testimonial videos. These feature real customers sharing their experiences with the product. They build social proof and trust and increase conversion rates. They can be structured as reaction videos, unboxing, or before and after transformations. Number 3, explainer videos, short and engaging. Quickly educate viewers on a problem and how the product solves it. They can be animated, live action, or text-based. They work well in retargeting ads to clarify value propositions. The 4th type of video is direct response sales videos, or DRTV style for short. Structured like TV infomercials, but they're optimized for social media. They include a strong call to action, urgency, and persuasive messaging. They can feature actors, voiceovers, or split-screen comparisons. Okay, the 5th type, behind the scenes and brand story videos. They humanize the brand by showcasing its mission, values, or the manufacturing process. They're great for brands that emphasize ethical sourcing, handmade craftsmanship, or founder-driven stories. Okay, the 6th, how-to and tutorial videos. These provide educational content on how to use a product effectively. They work well for beauty, fitness, gadgets, and cooking brands. They boost engagement and shareability. Number 7, limited time offer, and urgency videos. These highlight promotions, flash sales, or exclusive deals. Use countdown timers, fast-paced editing, or FOMO-driven messaging, fear of missing out. They're ideal for short-term, conversion-focused ad campaigns. Number 8, storytelling and problem solution videos. These present a relatable problem followed by the product as the solution. They use emotional appeal to drive purchase decisions. They work well in both cold and warm audience targeting. Number 9, influencer and endorsement videos. These feature a well-known personality or micro-influencer using the product. They increase credibility and trust through perceived authority, and they can be short-form reels or longer review-style content. Number 10, silent or captioned videos. They're optimized for no sound viewing. Use engaging visuals and on-screen text to convey the message. They're ideal for social feeds where many users scroll without audio. They also increase accessibility and engagement rates. Harvest Growth Podcast Interview Summary. Jared Sievers and Neil Desai from Mark Cobra. Burn to learn. Why startups should budget for trial and error when launching a new product. Launching a new product is rarely a straight path to success. Jared Sievers and Neil Desai, founders of Mark Cobra, emphasize the importance of budgeting for trial and error in the early stages of product development and marketing. Their journey highlights how calculated risks, testing, and adaptability can make the difference between failure and long-term success. Expect and budget for mistakes. Many startups underestimate the cost of learning. Jared and Neil stress that mistakes are inevitable, and instead of fearing them, businesses should plan for them. By setting aside a burn budget for testing and refining their product, they were able to pivot quickly and make necessary adjustments without stalling growth. Testing before scaling saves money in the long run. Rather than pouring money into large-scale production or marketing upfront, Mark Cobra took a strategic approach by testing small batches and running controlled ad campaigns. This allowed them to gather real-world feedback, optimize their messaging, and fine-tune their product before scaling. Adaptability is the key to market success. No product launch goes exactly as planned. By staying flexible and open to change, Mark Cobra adjusted its strategies based on market response. Whether it was tweaking the product, adjusting pricing, or refining their advertising, they embraced change as a part of the process rather than resisting it. Marketing should evolve with consumer insights. What works on paper doesn't always translate to real-world sales. Mark Cobra continually tested different marketing angles, ad creatives, and messaging to see what resonated best with their audience. By taking a data-driven approach, they maximize the effectiveness from their marketing spend. The takeaway? Success in launching a new product isn't about getting everything perfect from day one. It's about learning, iterating, and improving. By budgeting for trial and error, testing before scaling, staying adaptable, and refining marketing based on consumer insights, startups can set up themselves for long-term growth instead of costly failures. Choosing the best marketing channels. Once you understand your target customer, selecting the right marketing channels is critical to ensure your product reaches them effectively. Next are the primary channels and their best use cases. Direct response television, or DRTV. It's ideal for problem-solving products with a broad audience appeal. This method excels at demonstrating products in action, emphasizing their unique benefits. Products that perform best in this channel include household gadgets, fitness equipment, and beauty solutions. The key to success is compelling storytelling, a clear call to action, and an irresistible offer. The target audience typically is older demographics, 40 plus, impulse buyers, and homeowners looking for convenience-focused solutions. Number 2, Facebook and Instagram ads. These are best for storytelling, visually, targeting interest-based and lookalike audiences. These platforms offer robust targeting capabilities, making them ideal for reaching specific demographics based on interests, behaviors, and purchase history. Carousel ads, video ads, and retargeting strategies can significantly enhance engagement and conversion rates. The target audience is typically millennials and Gen X, 25 to 55 years old, social media shoppers, and individuals influenced by lifestyle branding. Number 3, TikTok ads and organic content. These work well for trend-driven younger audiences who respond to short, engaging videos. TikTok's algorithm favors authentic, engaging, and native-feeling content. Brands that successfully integrate their messaging into trending challenges or user-generated content campaigns often see viral success and strong ROAS. The target audience is typically Gen Z and younger millennials, 18 to 35. They're trend-focused shoppers and those drawn to viral content. Number 4, YouTube ads and influencer marketing. These are great for long-form content and high-ticket products requiring detailed explanations. YouTube allows brands to educate consumers through detailed product demonstrations, tutorials, and reviews. Influencer collaborations on this platform provide credibility and trust, especially for niche markets such as tech, beauty, and fitness. The target audience is typically aged 18 to 50. They're consumers researching high consideration purchases and those engaged with educational content. Number 5, Google PPC. These are search and display ads. They capture high intent buyers actively searching for a solution. This platform is best for products with clear demand where consumers are actively seeking answers. Structuring effective ad campaigns with strong keyword strategies and optimizing landing pages for conversions is key to maximizing ROI. The target audience, these are individuals with immediate purchase intent, professionals searching for business solutions, and people comparing products online. Number 6, Amazon Marketplace, a powerhouse for consumer products, benefiting from built-in traffic, but requiring a strong review strategy. Success on Amazon depends on well-optimized listings, competitive pricing, and a strong advertising strategy using sponsored ads, lightning deals, and enhanced brand content. The target audience is typically Prime members, convenience-driven shoppers, and those relying on peer reviews for purchasing decisions. Number 7, e-commerce sites. Walmart.com, Target.com, etc. A value alternative to Amazon, appealing to cost-conscious shoppers. These platforms allow brands to diversify their online presence and reduce dependence on Amazon while still reaching a broader audience. The target audience is budget-conscious shoppers, families, and customers who prefer alternative marketplaces. Number 8, brick-and-mortar retail. It's still a strong channel, but requires strategic packaging, distribution, and in-store marketing. Retail partnerships demand strong sales data, effective merchandising, and promotional strategies such as in-store displays and coupon incentives to drive sell-through. The target audience is mass market consumers, impulse buyers, and individuals who prefer in-person shopping experiences. A well-executed omni-channel strategy often leads to the highest conversion rates. The key is to understand which platforms are most relevant for your audience and allocate resources accordingly. Pro forma and financial planning. After conducting market research and understanding the size of the opportunity, the next step in the perfect launch blueprint is to build a pro forma to plan out spending and forecast business growth. First, break-even analysis. The first financial step is understanding your break-even point. This involves calculating the expected revenue per order, the average sales price per unit, the cost per order, which includes product cost, shipping and handling, credit card fees, and returns, and gross margin, which is the revenue per order minus the total cost per order. A key metric in this analysis is the break-even ratio, which is calculated as 1 divided by your gross margin. For example, if your gross margin is 75%, then your break-even ratio is 1.33. This means that for every $1 spent on advertising, you need to generate at least $1.33 in revenue to break even. Number 2 is the self-funding advertising strategy. A critical component of financial success is ensuring that your advertising funds itself. The goal to achieve a return on ad spend, or ROAS, that exceeds your break-even ratio. For example, if your break-even ROAS is 1.33 based on a 75% gross margin, and your target ROAS is 2.0 or more to ensure profitability and fund growth. By structuring your marketing campaigns to generate revenue above your break-even ROAS, you can reinvest profits back into scaling your business without external funding. Conclusion. A successful product launch is never left to chance. By following the perfect launch blueprint, you can leverage high-converting video content to engage and persuade customers. Choose the right marketing channels to maximize reach and efficiency. Carefully analyze costs to optimize profitability. Use data-driven financial planning to sustain long-term success. Whether you're launching your first product or scaling an existing brand, this blueprint serves as your guide to executing a profitable and strategic marketing campaign. When done right, your product will not just launch, it will soar. The next step after prepare is produce, structuring your company for success. Now that we've prepared for the launch, it's time to start producing the actual campaign. A well-structured campaign isn't just about compelling messaging, great ad copy, or eye-catching visuals. While those are critical, the structure of the campaign itself plays an equally vital role in determining its success. Without a solid framework guiding potential customers from discovery to purchase, even the best creative assets can fall flat. This is why understanding and implementing a well-thought-out marketing funnel is essential. The three pillars of a campaign. Every successful marketing campaign is built on three key pillars: audience, offer, and messaging. The audience. Who are you speaking to? This involves defining your ideal customers, their demographics, interests, behaviors, and pain points. Knowing your audience ensures that your message resonates and drives engagement. Without proper targeting, even the best marketing campaign will struggle to generate meaningful results. Segmenting your audience by age, interests, location, and online behavior helps ensure you are reaching the right people. Number two is the offer. How is your product priced? What promotions, discounts, or incentives are included to drive conversions? A compelling offer can significantly impact conversion rates and the overall success of your campaign. Sometimes the perceived value is just as important as the actual cost. Limited time deals, bundle offers, or free trials can all increase a customer's likelihood of making a purchase. The key is to present the offer in a way that creates urgency without making it feel like a gimmick. Number three, the messaging. What is being communicated? This includes the ad copy, video scripts, images, and other creative elements. Messaging should clearly articulate the problem your product solves and how it benefits the consumer. Strong messaging resonates with the audience emotionally and rationally. Great messaging doesn't just sell a product, it tells a story, builds trust, and creates a lasting impression. However, beyond these three pillars, audience, offer, and messaging, one of the most often overlooked elements is the actual structure of the campaign. This is where the concept of the marketing funnel comes into play. Understanding the marketing funnel. Marketing funnels guide consumers through a journey from being unaware of your product to becoming paying customers. Think of it like dating. You wouldn't propose marriage on the first date, and in the same way, you shouldn't immediately ask a cold audience to buy your product. Instead, you build trust or familiarity over time, moving them through three key stages: top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel, described in more detail later. I always like to compare this process to my own experience of dating my wife. From the moment I met her, I knew she was the one. I was ready to propose almost immediately, but she wasn't quite there yet. She needed time to get to know me, to build trust, and to feel confident that our relationship was meant to last. It took 2 years of dating before she finally said yes. But because we had a strong foundation, our marriage has thrived for over 25 years. This is exactly how a marketing funnel works. You can't expect a customer to commit to buying your product immediately, especially if they have never heard of you before. Instead, you need to nurture the relationship, build credibility, and guide them through a structured journey. And when you follow the three-step marketing funnel outlined below, you'll build lasting relationships with your customers. Number one, the top of funnel. These are cold audiences. This is the introduction phase where people encounter your brand for the first time. Just as I had to make a great first impression when I first met my wife, your brand needs to grab attention and spark curiosity. The goal is awareness and engagement rather than immediate sales. Think of this as the early stage of dating. Your audience is just getting to know you. Ads should focus on storytelling, problem-solution framing, and eye-catching visuals. This is where you establish an emotional connection and make your brand memorable. Video content works best here, such as a full story video, lifestyle videos, and 3D animations. The objective is to spark interest and leave a lasting impression. Effective platforms include Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and TV advertising. Here's an example. Imagine launching a brand new kitchen gadget. Instead of directly pushing for sales, you create an engaging video that highlights the common frustrations in the kitchen and how your product solves them effortlessly. This approach sparks curiosity and builds initial interest. The second stage, middle of funnel, warm audiences. These audiences have interacted with your content but haven't purchased yet. Think of this as the place in dating where the person likes you but isn't ready to commit to a long-term relationship. The goal is to build credibility and deepen engagement. This is where you provide reassurance, answer doubts, and reinforce why your product is the right choice. Content should focus on user-generated content, UGC, testimonials, and long-form videos. Seeing real people share their positive experiences creates social proof and builds trust. Marketing channels include retargeting on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and email marketing. For example, a potential customer has watched 75% of your top-of-funnel video but hasn't clicked to buy. Now they are served a follow-up ad featuring real customer testimonials, explaining how the product improved their daily lives. It's like introducing someone to friends and family during the dating phase. It provides further validation that this is the right choice. Third stage, bottom of funnel. These are the hot leads. These are the people that are closest to purchasing but may need a final push. Just as I eventually had to take the step of proposing, you need to give your audience the confidence to take the plunge and purchase. The goal is conversion through urgency, reminders, and strong calls to action. By now, they know you well enough to say yes, but they might just need a nudge. Ads should highlight offers, promotions, and direct product comparisons. This helps remove any lingering hesitation and gives them an incentive to act now. Effective formats include short testimonials, image ads, and even catalog ads. Some of the best platforms include Google pay-per-click or PPC, Amazon ads, and direct email marketing. For example, someone has visited your product page multiple times but hasn't purchased. A well-timed email offering a limited time 10% discount can be the final nudge that gets them to convert. It's like picking the perfect moment to propose. You're giving them a reason to commit now rather than later. Here's some final thoughts. A campaign's success isn't just about having great creative assets. It's about ensuring they are deployed in the right sequence, to the right audience, at the right time. Structuring your campaign like a well-designed marketing funnel ensures that you aren't just generating traffic, but actually guiding potential customers towards conversion. By following these principles, you're setting your product up for a profitable launch and sustained growth. Taking the time to build a relationship with your audience, just like in dating, ensures that once they commit to purchasing, they're more likely to remain loyal customers and even advocate for your brand. The stronger your funnel, the more scalable and profitable your business becomes. Harvest Growth Podcast Summary. Josh Chandler from Checkpoint Health. Driving business growth through data analysis and product iteration, scaling a business in the healthcare industry requires more than just a great product. It demands continuous improvement based on real-world data. Josh Chandler, founder of Checkpoint Health, shares how leveraging data analysis and strategic product iteration allowed his company to grow effectively while meeting the evolving needs of customers. His insights highlight the importance of data-driven decision-making, customer feedback loops, and product adaptability. Data-driven decisions reduce risk and improve outcomes. Rather than relying on assumptions, Checkpoint Health uses data analysis to drive product development and marketing strategies. By carefully studying consumer behavior, sales trends, and market feedback, Josh ensures that every business decision is backed by solid insights, reducing guesswork and maximizing effectiveness. Customer feedback is the best R&D tool. Product iteration is at the core of Checkpoint Health's success. Instead of assuming their initial product was perfect, Josh and his team actively gathered feedback, identified pain points, and made continuous improvements. This approach not only enhanced the product's effectiveness, but also built strong customer loyalty. Small strategic adjustments can drive big growth. Checkpoint Health didn't need to reinvent the wheel to scale. Instead, they focused on making small, meaningful improvements over time. Whether it was refining product design, optimizing marketing messaging, or adjusting pricing strategies, these incremental changes added up to significant business growth. The right data can guide market expansion. Expanding into new markets isn't about guesswork. It's about analyzing where demand exists and understanding the needs of different customer segments. Checkpoint Health used data to determine where and how to expand, ensuring that each new opportunity was strategically timed and positioned for success. The takeaway? Checkpoint Health's success underscores the power of data-driven decision-making, continuous product iteration, and strategic market expansion. By listening to customers, making small but impactful improvements, and using data to drive growth, businesses can adapt to changing market needs and achieve long-term success. Profit. Now it's time to scale. Now that we've prepared and produced, the next and final step is bringing profit into the business. Many entrepreneurs want to jump straight to profit, but before we focus on scaling, we must ensure we are generating profits. Too often, businesses with excess capital spend aggressively to grow before building a model that supports profitability. Our philosophy and what has driven the success of our clients is to reach profitability as quickly as possible. My experiences with OxyClean exemplify this approach. At Kraft Foods and Nabisco, we launched products with multi-million-dollar budgets, often running at a loss for the first few years, with the goal of turning a profit later. That model works for Fortune 500 companies with deep pockets. But at OxyClean, where we built a $300 million business, every launch had to reach profitability quickly. Many of our Harvest Growth clients today have significantly smaller budgets, sometimes just tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. So our job is to help them become profitable fast, allowing them to reinvest their own earnings to scale organically with their advertising paying for itself. A perfect example of this strategy in action was when OxyClean went up against Clorox's Oxy Magic. Clorox, a giant in the industry, had the resources to launch aggressively. But OxyClean won because our advertising was profitable. We built a profit model rather than just chasing revenue growth. Our ability to optimize every ad dollar allowed us to sustain our marketing efforts indefinitely, while Clorox had to decide whether to continue pouring money into an unprofitable model. Eventually, they pulled their product from the market, and OxyClean thrived. The four-part profit model. Our profit model follows four key steps: convert, excite, grow, and promote. Convert, secure your first sale. Excite, create a connection with your customers. Grow, encourage additional purchases from existing customers. And promote, leverage referrals, testimonials, and reviews to expand sales beyond advertising spend. When this cycle is in place, built on proper preparation and production, you will achieve profitability faster. And once you're profitable, you can scale exponentially without relying on loans or investors. Step one, convert, getting your first sale. By this stage, you've produced your videos and selected your marketing channels based on research and testing. Now it's time to secure that first sale and gain real-world insights. We use the good, better, best model to refine and optimize your approach. Good. Market research provides directional insights into your audience, messaging, and offers. Better. Test marketing validates and fine-tunes these elements using real-world data. And best. The full launch phase applies these learnings to maximize conversions and profitability. This process ensures that every step builds upon the last, setting you up for a successful and scalable launch. At this stage, we refine our understanding of our audience, messaging, and pricing through live data. Every first sale is a valuable learning opportunity that informs future scaling. For example, during an early OxyClean campaign, we tested multiple variations of our infomercial to see which messaging resonated best. One version emphasized stain removal, another focused on ease of use, and a third highlighted cost saving. The results were clear. Customers were most excited about the dramatic stain removal demonstrations. That insight shaped our future marketing and helped drive rapid sales growth. Additionally, in our last test launch phase, we made small but impactful changes based on early sales data. A minor adjustment in the way our call to action was presented, shifting from buy now to try OxyClean today risk-free, boosted conversions by 18%. These insights gathered through early real-world testing allowed us to create a launch strategy optimized for success. Step two, excite, creating a connection. Once we secure a sale, the next step is to excite our customers. A powerful example also comes from my OxyClean days. Before social media, we would overhear people talking about their laundry experiences in elevators, amazed at how OxyClean removes stains. When customers are excited enough to share with their friends, it creates organic, word-of-mouth marketing. Today, social media amplifies this effect. Customers can easily share experiences with their networks, reaching hundreds or thousands of people instantly. Strategies to generate excitement include encouraging customers to follow you on social media, regularly posting engaging content that reminds them of your brand, running contests that incentivize customers to share testimonials for prizes, driving organic exposure. One of the best modern examples of this is brands that use influencer partnerships and user-generated content. When customers post videos of themselves using a product and achieving great results, it builds credibility and excitement. The more genuine and relatable the content, the more likely people are to engage and share with it. Additionally, we developed a post-purchase email sequence that delivered useful content alongside engagement opportunities. Customers received an email titled 5 Ways to Get the Most Out of Your OxyClean a few days after purchase, increasing both excitement and product loyalty. This simple strategy increased repeat purchases by 23%. Step 3, grow, generating additional sales. After converting and exciting customers, the next step is driving additional sales. This could be through repeat purchases if the product is consumable, like OxyClean, upsells, offering a deluxe version of the product, for example, and cross-sells, introducing complementary products, for example. Email marketing plays a crucial role here. A well-executed email strategy keeps customers engaged, reminds them of your product, and offers promotions or new product launches to encourage repeat purchases. Unlike social media, where you rely on algorithms, email marketing gives you full control over customer communication. For example, one of our clients in the beauty industry initially struggled with customer retention. We implemented an automated email sequence that provided skincare tips, exclusive deals, and customer success stories. The result, a 40% increase in repeat purchases within 3 months. We also introduced subscription models for customers who wanted automatic refills of their favorite products. This simple change improved customer lifetime value dramatically while reducing the need for constant remarketing. Step 4, promote, leveraging referrals, testimonials, and reviews. Once customers love your product, it's time to turn them into advocates. This step involves referrals, offering incentives such as discounts or rewards for customers who refer friends and family, and testimonials, encouraging video or written testimonials that showcase real customer experiences, and reviews, generating reviews on platforms like Amazon and Walmart to build trust with new buyers. One of the best ways to encourage reviews is by following up with customers shortly after their purchase. Sending an email that asks for feedback, offering a small discount on their next purchase in exchange for a review, only on platforms that allow review incentives, or featuring top reviewers on your social media channels are all ways to increase engagement and brand loyalty. Additionally, leveraging video testimonials and advertising, especially on platforms like Facebook and YouTube, further boosts conversion by up to 35% compared to standard written reviews. The power of a profitable model. By following this 4-step model, you create a self-sustaining business. When faced with competition from Fortune 500 companies or venture-backed brands, remember that profitability is your greatest advantage. Like OxyClean beating Clorox, your ability to scale profitably will make you unstoppable. With this system in place, you're no longer just launching a product, you're building a profitable, scalable business positioned for long-term success. Harvest Growth Podcast Interview Summary. Ashley Prozek, Peter Thomas Roth. Why happy customers are your most powerful marketing asset. In a crowded beauty and skincare market, product quality alone isn't enough. Customer advocacy is the key to sustained success. Peter Thomas Roth, a leader in skincare, has harnessed the power of happy customers to drive brand growth, proving that word-of-mouth marketing remains one of the most effective tools in today's digital age. Customer testimonials build authenticity and trust. Consumers are skeptical of traditional advertising, but they trust real user experiences. By showcasing authentic testimonials, before and after results, and social proof, Peter Thomas Roth has strengthened its credibility and driven higher conversions. User-generated content creates organic brand exposure. Instead of relying solely on paid marketing, Peter Thomas Roth encourages customers to share their experiences online. Social media posts, reviews, and organic word of mouth have helped the brand expand its reach and attract new customers without massive ad spend. Loyalty programs turn customers into repeat buyers. Beyond acquiring new customers, Peter Thomas Roth focuses on retention. Their loyalty programs and customer engagement strategies encourage repeat purchases, maximizing lifetime value, and turning buyers into long-term brand advocates. Listening to customers fuels product innovation. Customer feedback isn't just a marketing tool, it's a roadmap for future success. Peter Thomas Roth actively listens to reviews and adjusts formulations based on real user experiences, ensuring that their products continuously meet consumer needs. The takeaway? Peter Thomas Roth's success demonstrates the power of leveraging happy customers as a marketing asset. By prioritizing authenticity, encouraging user-generated content, building loyalty, and using feedback to refine products, brands can create a cycle of organic growth that lasts far beyond any single ad campaign. Harvest Growth Podcast Interview Summary. Tyrone Hazen, Puffin Drinkware. From idea to empire. How Puffin Drinkware became one of America's fastest growing brands. Launching a successful consumer product requires more than just a great idea. It takes a combination of creativity, branding, and strategic marketing. Tyrone Hazen, founder of Puffin Drinkware, shared how his company transformed from a simple idea into one of America's fastest growing consumer product businesses. His approach highlights the power of unique branding, community engagement, and retail expansion. A product with personality stands out in a crowded market. Puffin Drinkware differentiated itself by injecting personality into its products. Rather than just selling insulated drink holders, the brand positioned its products as tiny jackets for your beverages, making them fun, memorable, and giftable. This strong branding gave customers an emotional connection to the product, driving word-of-mouth growth. Community engagement fuels organic growth. Instead of relying solely on paid advertising, Puffin Drinkware built an engaged community around its brand. By fostering a sense of fun and inclusivity, the company encouraged customers to create their own Puffin experiences on social media. This user-generated content became a powerful marketing tool, helping the brand grow organically. Retail distribution opens new growth channels. While many new consumer brands focus exclusively on direct-to-consumer or DTC sales, Puffin Drinkware strategically expanded into retail stores. By securing placements in major retailers, the brand reached a wider audience, increased credibility, and built a strong omni-channel presence that fueled rapid growth. Staying true to brand identity drives longevity. As the company scaled, Puffin Drinkware remained committed to its core identity: fun, creativity, and community. This consistency ensured that even as the product line expanded, the brand maintained its unique appeal, keeping customers engaged and loyal. The takeaway? The success of Puffin Drinkware proves that a product with personality, a loyal community, and smart retail expansion can transform from a simple idea into a thriving business. Brands that stay true to their identity, engage with their customers, and leverage multiple sales channels can achieve explosive growth.